Alan Scott Green Lantern is one of my favorite Green Lanterns. He's obviously the original Green Lantern before Hal Jordan and all the other ones. McFarlane released a new Alan Scott Green Lantern action figure and a few different variants. Let's look at it in more detail. So I'm gonna do the unboxing. I cheated, obviously. I opened the slit, but I haven't opened the figure just yet. This is a nice cover from the Alex Ross art. I'm not a box collector, but you've all seen this artwork with Alex Ross in the past. This is Alan Scott. And I guess I'm gonna need some scissors to open it entirely. I'll be right back. So, Alan Scott, a 110 action figure as opposed to a 112. So he's much bigger than the usual classified or Marvel Legend action figure. And I will say he's a nice figure. Size comparison quickly. You can already see he's not in scale with G.I. Joe classified nor Marvel Legend. He's completely out of scale with them. That's okay. That's what it is. I like it. He looks really like Alan Scott. First thing first, the ring is on the wrong hand. Alan Scott is a lefty, not someone who wears his ring on the right. So the ring should be on this hand instead. One thing I don't like with McFarlane action figures is the ball joint at the wrist and the feet, the ankles. I dislike them so much. I also don't like this kind of underwear type of rubbery joint. I don't like that. But that's what it is. He looks mean. He comes with, obviously, his lantern. And he shall shed his light. for his Green Lantern. And I guess you can put this in his hand as he's about to punch with his energy other enemies. Let's compare him briefly with other McFarlane DC figures and see how he scales. This is Alan Scott next to Batman. He's a tiny bit taller than Batman, and that's okay. Alan Scott was always one of the tallest JSA, Justice League of Society members. And this is Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon is shorter than both of them. I will have to see if the extra Flash Gordon head fits there. The skin tone is not the same, so it might be a problem for that. But he looks good next to them. Let's give him the lantern. The lantern should not be this pale. It's not a construct. It's actually solid metal. But this is not the way McFarlane decided to do it. This is the one thing with McFarlane. They do McFarlane, basically. They do whatever they want. Nothing looks good. There's always a problem with a McFarlane action figure because they just don't want them to be perfect. They just want to put something weird on them. And this is exactly the same case here. The articulation do work well. He's got double knees here. They're working. The upper one is a bit stiff. And he shall shed his light. Double elbow. He moves quite well. The torso should not have such developed abs because it is a cloth item. It's not a skin tight shirt, so we should not see his abs over there. But I guess they reuse a part that they already have from some of the other figures, so that's okay. The logo is the right one with the very cartoony lantern on it. So that's right. That's the way it should be. The ring. The cape is beautiful. I don't know if it's been reused before. I assume most of Alan Scott has been reused in the past. This is a nice figure. I'm glad that I picked it up. I got it from GameStop. I had ordered it on Amazon. It didn't arrive yet, so I canceled it from Amazon. I got it from GameStop. It was also much cheaper, also, obviously. He stands pretty well. I think I'm gonna like this figure. Now, I'm gonna have to go get the Jay Garrick action figure, which I didn't like because the head was so small compared to the rest of the body, but that's how McFarlane does its figures. You just have to McFarlane. Now it comes with this, what I would call crap. I'm not sure what this is, but for me this is crap. Okay, it's like a trading card on a pedestal. Okay, that's crap. And the typical McFarlane action figure stand, which I don't like that it's stuck there because you have to rip it apart from the backing board if you want to keep the backing board, because it is nice. It features like blue light comic book covers, classic ones. If you want to keep that, you can't because you have to rip this apart. So again, McFarlane will do McFarlane. The price of this figure, I got it for $36 plus tax Canadian. On Amazon, the original price for Canadians was $45 or $46 even. There was a discount to $39, but at GameStop it was actually $39 or $40, and then they put it to $36. Well, if you have your GameStop discount, yeah, I like this figure. Yeah, I just like it. Now I'm gonna have to go get Joe Garrick, and maybe there'll be a classic Hawkman soon. Yeah, wow, McFarlane doing Justice Society action figures. They may have got me finally, since I have been collecting DC Direct. I mean, I stopped collecting DC Direct a few years ago. This might be what forces me to get back into DC Comics. Wow. It's a nice figure, even though it's a McFarlane figure, which means it's odd. The aesthetics is all over the place, but I'm glad I picked up this guy. I've got the old, very old, from the early 2000 Alan Scott action figure. I'll post some pictures of it for the review so you can see the comparison of. This is Hervé from Comic Book Ben Fillion since 2002. Like and subscribe and keep collecting.